they've done a couple things with Seth Rollins and The Rock the last couple weeks that make me wonder, and I mentioned it on the last show. And The Rock said this again during his little rock concert last week. But 2 weeks ago, when they had the face-off, The Rock and Roman Reigns with Seth Rollins and Cody slapped The Rock. Before Cody slapped The Rock, and The Rock was cutting a promo on Seth and Cody, The Rock said that one thing to Seth about Seth's World Championship, which was, I'm going to get rid of that title. And we talked about it on the last show. What did he mean by that?
It was like an awkward moment of the conversation.
Like, it didn't have anything to do with anything.
Yeah. It's almost like he just had to download that information. Like, he just had to get that information
And he said it, but that's said on purpose. Like, everything that The Rock does is well calculated. He doesn't just throw that in and isn't just like shooting from the hip in that moment. And he says that. Because they'd be in the back going, what the fuck's he talking about? Get rid of that title.
And we've been
working hard to get that title, make that prestigious. And what did we say about that title?
It's attached to the Vince McMahon. So.
It is the Vince McMahon title. Yeah. If there ever was a Vince McMahon title, that's it. Because the whole gold plate in the front is the McMahon Family crest. You can watch an episode of The Bump on WWE Network. We played it on this show. I think that show got demonetized on us because we played the whole clip. But they go into detail breaking it down. Go watch it on WWE's YouTube. They talk, I don't even know if that's still up. But we're doing this thing now. We're erasing Vince McMahon. We're erasing anything that was related to him. And that title is, the whole gold plate is the McMahon Family crest. And if we're erasing Vince McMahon, are we erasing that title? Because let's be honest, Paul, that title has not really worked.
No, it's been a lame duck title. It really has.
And I was thinking that Drew McIntyre was going to win it at WrestleMania, but then I start to see like CM Punk involved, and maybe Punk could screw him, and there's that feud moving forward. And then I keep seeing The Rock bring that title up, but he's not just bringing that title up. He's bringing it up saying he's getting rid of it. He's not saying I'm going to win it. Yeah. He's saying we're getting rid of it. And the first time he said it right after he told both Cody and Seth that he was on the board of TKO and he's calling the shots.
The Rock will do everything in his power to make sure that you don't win and to make sure that title goes away.
There is The Rock pointing that out. Now, if it's once, fine. Maybe I'm wrong, what we talked about 2 weeks ago. But he has the Rock concert last week, and he does it again, Paul. He mentions that title again and doesn't say I'm going to win it. He mentions I'm going to get rid of it. Here's The Rock during the Rock concert last week.
You're so damn desperate to make them all cheer, but The Rock is gonna take that title, disappear.
All right, he's going to make that. Now, he kind of messed up there. He said he's going to take that title, disappear. He meant to say, I'm going to make that title disappear. That's the second time he brought that up. Now, there's a reason they're doing that. It kind of has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
And they're still doing it. And I told you 2 weeks ago, when Seth Rollins got in The Rock's face and Seth was cutting that promo, I was sitting there going, oh, shit. This is actually the one, this is stealing the show.
It's the most excited I've been about Seth Rollins in a while, too. I want to see this. I want this.
Because Seth is great. I just think they put him in a situation where
I don't think it's his
like,
fault. I don't think it's his fault.
It's not his fault. I think he's great. I think the character can get a little goofy.
Yeah.
I think they did a good thing giving him that song, and everybody sings a song. That's always a hit in the WWE. In professional wrestling, you give someone a catchy song where people can sing along, they get into it. I mean, you want the crowd into it, whether they're booing or cheering, singing, or telling you to fuck off. You want them to be in it. If the crowd isn't in it, which is mostly like AEW crowd when they don't like something and they pout and they just don't get involved, that's when shit doesn't work. So they've done some good things with him in a tough spot that he's in, but he's just in a really tough spot with that title.
Yeah.
And we talk about the Vince McMahon stuff and potentially erasing him. if you're going to erase the Vince McMahon legacy, then the title that has his family crest all over it, you would think, has to go too. Especially since it's a title that really hasn't worked out for anybody. But when Seth and The Rock got in each other's face 2 weeks ago when Seth was cutting that promo, right? What do you say, having missed a midlife crisis? I'm looking at that going, this is the match I want to see.